Hey, what's up, kids? So this is lesson number 14. We're doing reflections. So we're just on the very first page, the exploratory challenge. All right. So you can go ahead and read it, but I'm just gonna show you how to do it right now. I'm not gonna give you the why behind it. I'm gonna show you what to do. All right. But the instructions are right there on what you need to do. So if you notice, for this, you're gonna need colored markers, pencils, or something. You're gonna need a ruler and a compass, all right? But what I want you to notice is this. We have two triangles, if you see them right here. And we have this line, that's your reflection. Think of this as your mirror, all right? So I'm just gonna write right here that that's my mirror, just so that I'm aware of it. So let me zoom in so you can see that better. There we go. All right, so that's my mirror. What I'm going to do is with my ruler, I am going to connect point A to A prime. So just like that, A to A prime. All right, let me use the color orange for this. So A to A prime, just like so. All right, now using my compass, I'm going to construct the perpendicular bisector. All right, so this is just using the compass. So I'm gonna place this, the center right here on A, if you can see that. And then just past the reflection, it doesn't matter where, but it needs to be past the reflection. I'm gonna put my other endpoint right here. So then I'm just gonna draw a little circle. Okay, just like so. Cool. Now, let me scroll this up a little bit so you can see everything. Now I'm gonna do the same thing, but with A prime as my center. So just like so. A prime is my center. And then draw your little circle again. All right. So I have this so far, just like so. And I'm going to extend my mirror. I'm gonna extend this segment. I'm gonna make this the color purple so it stands out a little bit more. But I'm gonna go ahead and extend it. And if you notice, that line goes right here where my two circles intersect. I'm not sure if you see that right there. And it goes all the way over here too, where my other two circles intersect. Isn't that interesting? That's something that you need to think about. All right, let's focus on, let's do the exact same thing, but with C. So I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna draw my line from C to C, just like that. Let's use the blue for this one. So let me just connect them from C to C. And you're gonna do the same thing from B to B, but I'm just gonna show you from C to C. Using your compass, draw your circles again, all right? So I'm gonna place this as my center, and do this, there we go, and draw some more circles, all right? Going all the way around. Just go ahead and draw a few more. The mark's about right there. Cool. All right, do the same thing with the other side of C. So about right here, do it again. So if you notice, here are my 2 points again. Here's one, here's the other one. The purple line goes right down the middle of that. If I connect that, isn't that interesting? So what can we expect with B? And this is where you need to come up with a definition, right? So we observed this. So go ahead, you can pause this video and write down your own little definition of why this is. I'm going to scoot up. And basically, it's this. All right. The explanation is down here on the bottom if you want to read it. Again, we are on page 76. All right. And the definition is there. But what it means is this, that if you have your original image, your pre-image, and then you have your segment, your reflection right here, that it's the perpendicular bisector of your other points. So from A to A, this is a perpendicular bisector. From C to C, your reflection is a perpendicular bisector. So that means that from B to B prime, this is a perpendicular bisector, your line of reflection. Right? That's basically what it means. So we're going to use this to... camera fell. Oh no, technical difficulties. So we're going to use this to flip to the next page, right, and do some of these problems that they have. So now we're on page 77. So you should be right here. This is what the image looks like. They want us to construct the line of reflection. So where is the reflection? Okay? So go ahead, pause this video, see if you can figure it out by yourself. All right, so let's work this out. So we know that if we draw a line from C to C, the perpendicular bisector is the line of reflection. If we draw a line from D to D prime right here, the perpendicular bisector is the line of reflection. So all we need to do is focus on one of them. You can do C and C prime. I would say not those just because they're too close to each other. I think D prime and D would be perfect because they're not too close and they're not too far. So from here, what I'm going to do with my handy dandy marker, from D prime to D, I'm going to connect those two dots. All right, so here we go. Oh, it's not connecting there. So connect those two dots, just like so. All right, so this is from D to D prime. Then using your compass, what you need to do is create the angle, the perpendicular bisector. So I'm just going to place this a little bit further back, like so, make D prime the center, and draw my circle. And we've done this so many times, so hopefully this is like second nature to you. All right, so just like that. Same thing going this way. Here's, place D at the center, mark it over here. All right, and then mark it going the other way as well. There you go. So that's what we came up with. All right, your point of intersection right here. So I'm going to connect these lines. There, that's your line of reflection. What we just did right now. That's your line of reflection. This purple one, let me outline it in purple. We just created your line of reflection. That's all you need to do. Not too bad, huh? Cool. So, there's the bottom half of the page. It just has a lot of technical vocabulary. You can go ahead and read it if you need to. But the main thing that I want you to know is that if you have the pre-image and then you have the image, that using the perpendicular bisector, you can construct the line of reflection, which is that purple one. All right, and you could have chosen any 2 points. I chose D and D prime, but you could have chosen B and you could have chosen B prime. You could have chosen A prime and A, it doesn't matter. But it worked. Going on to the next page. All right, these are examples 2, 3. They just want the line of reflection. So you go ahead and work that out, see if you can do it. And if you need help, go ahead, ask for it. But the next thing that we're going to do now, so 78, that's just for you to work on. Page 79. And let's say, so let me move this over. Let me move this camera a little bit over so you can see it a lot better. There we go. So let's say they gave us an image, which is this triangle right here. All right? They gave us this image and they give us a line of reflection. We need to draw the reflection, your other image, over here. All right? So now we need to draw the image. And so they give us a few hints. They tell us what to do right here. All right? But I'm going to use B to come up with B prime, because they already found A prime for us right there. We already have that point. I'll mark it in purple. We already have this one. That's A prime. We need to find B prime. So this is what I need you to do. All right? Using your compass, put B as the center. All right? And what you're going to do is construct. You don't have to construct the whole entire circle, but just enough to where it intersects. So now we have this point, and now we have this point. And we can call that A, B, C. They have G, F. We can call this one H. Then we can call this one I. All right? So that started with point B, and then I just drew the circle. Now, using point I, I'm going to make that my center. Now I'm going to make B my radius. I'm going to go ahead and construct my circle like so. Now I don't need a full circle, just enough. Do the same thing with H over here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Connect. Draw it down here. My protractor's a little bit too big. That's fine. I'll just connect like that. All right. Just my protractor didn't go all the way around, but it looks something like this. This point down here, which I'll put in purple, that is your B prime. All right. That's your B prime right there. So now we have A, now we have B. We just need to come up with C. So follow the exact same process. Put C as your center. Let's move this up a little bit. Construct your intersecting points like this. H, I, this would be J. This would be K. Hopefully you see that. Make K your center now. So you can see that it does cross C. Make it go all the way down here. Do the same thing with J. It crosses C. Oh man. There we go. So we're just doing that for every single point. That's all we're doing, every single point. This one now is your C prime. That's your C prime. Now using your ruler, connect your dots. So it goes from A prime to C prime. It goes from A prime to B prime. And it goes from B prime to C prime. Oh, let me outline it. I don't know, what's a good color? In pink, because there's a lot of lines. So here's my new triangle. All right, and here was the original triangle, just so you can see it. All right, you see how we created a reflection of that, and then your line of reflection, which they gave us. I'm just gonna outline it in purple. There's your line of reflection. All right, so that's it. Now you have example number 5, so you can try it yourself. Okay, it's just doing the exact same steps. That's all you're doing. All right, and then from there, you just have the problem sets. Okay, so feel free to ask any questions, but really